Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we have a CHAMP-O-MATIC semi-automatic petrol lighter. Has some corrosion to both sides of the case. Nifty little lighter. A little different than most. And it has a few features that we're going to look at that definitely set it aside from your typical petrol lighter. So CHAMP is made, or was made, in Austria. Made the CHAMP Jetstream and the regular windproof lighter that's similar to Zippo. This lighter is basically square in shape, about as wide as a regular Zippo, but shorter. This is what I refer to as a slipcase lighter. And when I say slipcase, I mean that as something different from an insert type, in that the case is the only part. It doesn't have a lid, if I'm going to call it a slipcase. So like your Colibris or J-Bello, E-Bello, that's how I would describe that case. Slider, you see the windscreen here that surrounds it on both sides, the slotted holes. So this slotted windscreen is removable. I did that earlier with one hand on the lighter and the other with the toothpick. Not so easy that time. So anyway, that slides up over the back first, and then over that push spring. So I read on the Toledo Bend site that the lighter was constructed of steel. So if that's the case, then that, I'm assuming, chrome or nickel plated steel. And same as the case. So being able to take that windscreen off really gets you much greater access to the mechanism. There's a rather robust wheel there. Far bigger than most. This lighter hasn't been rewicked. So that spring is what creates your pressure for your semi-automatic mechanism to hit the flint on the way as it's coming up, but also then slams it down when you shut it. Pretty nifty. I was able to clear the flint tube out, which this has a straight flint tube. Was able to clear that out without any problem at all. Actually used the hex bits and without even needing the drill, and there'll probably be a video on that soon. Pretty clean. The bottom of it reminds you of sort of the Abello, J-Bello, Colibri type slipcase lighters. And the corrosion that you see here on the case, if the Toledo bend site is correct and it is made of steel, and that would make a little bit more sense to me why the corrosion, I think steel corrode, well, at least it's gonna, once the plating is worn through with the steel, it would rust where brass would tarnish, I believe. And I looked this lighter over and kind of wondered if there was any, I think maybe that's, or maybe it was on the other way. I don't know exactly where pressure would have been applied the most, depending on how you were using the lighter, one-handed or two. It flew out of my hand a while ago. Whoa! Using it one-handed, but I'm assuming this is where it was handled, and now that is rusted where it wore through the plating. So with that being steel, I may be able to do some experiments with some industrial vinegar and see how that cleans that, and then depending on how it does or what it looks like, I'll do an update. So pretty cool, nifty little lighter. Like I said, it's a square, kind of looks like a little tape measure, but it seems to light up very reliably. If you like these kind of videos about old Petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video that you are watching. Tell your friends about the channel. Hit the share button. Send that off in a text, email, post it on social media, however it is that you communicate with folks nowadays, and let them get a look at it for themselves. Leave any comments or questions below. We would also appreciate it if you would follow and like us across all the social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and of course eBay. Until next time.